your workshop and how
Okay.
it is, because you want to promote your
All
workshop.
right, guys, how you doing? This is your boy, Dr. Robert King, founder of Assisted Living University, the most intensive, comprehensive online educational class ever created in the healthcare industry. And I'm so excited today. I'm acting like a proud papa because I got one of my successful students. I tied him down, been trying to get an interview from him for about 3 years. He's so busy building and filling up facilities. He's finally decided to talk to us. He's an ALU grad, came to one of my Florida classes. Let's welcome my man, Austin Connor. I call him AC. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great. How you doing? Good seeing you. Been a long time. I know you've been very busy.
Yeah, man, I've been chilling out a little bit down here in this undisclosed location somewhere in the world. So
I hear-
listen, I know you're busy, so I want you to tell the people who are watching. Number one, did you learn anything by becoming an ALU student? I know you and your wife both came. So tell us a little bit about your experience at the live event back in the day before COVID when we was doing live events and what you learned from there.
Well, let me just tell you this. I didn't know anything about assisted living. I always wanted to do something like this, but I had no idea how to get my foot wet, get started. And after I saw your videos, I think I was searching the internet and I think YouTube, and I came across your face. And I told my wife, I said, "This is something we got to get to." And we made it happen. It was a good. She wasn't really for it at one time, and then I got her to come along, and man, when I saw the people there, how you laid down the examples of what we need to do, it sure made my life a little bit more easier.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that. I'm pretty excited about you guys. So now tell us, you graduated from the school, you had your mind totally made up, went on back to the Gainesville, Florida area, and you purchased a facility. Now you purchased an existing facility. Now tell us, now was it in great condition? Was it totally full? You just walked in, started collecting money, and everything was smooth. How did it go?
No, and that the further from the truth. Well, be honest with you, when I left your facility, I was planning on taking my home like everybody else. Most people had converted into an assisted living, and but there was some little renovation here and there. And when COVID hit, right around that time, things slowed down, and a lot of things was changing. People was trying to sell their facility, and we just took a short made a decision real quickly to go a different direction, and we ended up buying a place that pretty much was run down. There was the people in here was pretty much empty. It was not pretty. It wasn't full. There were a lot of people here was not being cared for. The owner was ready to retire, get out of the country because he was actually from another country, and we were able to knock negotiation down to where we can purchase it, and then we came in and used some of the skills that you taught, and we had to do a lot of renovation and get some beds filled up because we needed beds and we needed to pay our notes, so it was coming up.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys grabbed an instead of converting your home, which by the way is an absolutely beautiful home. Instead of converting your home, you guys decided to just grab one existing and then apply what you learned, turn that baby around. Now, how fast did you get that baby filled? How many are you licensed for, and how quick were you able to get it filled?
We had about five in here, and we licensed for 15. And right now we have 14 now. So and the only reason we got 14 because we renovating one room. We upgraded our rooms. We had the upgrade bathroom. Bathroom was very important. We made the bathroom look nice. The floors is very, very. It's almost like walking with a suit on. You always look at the shoes. That's the way the floors are. We wanted the floors to look nice. I took some of your advice about floors, and so that really helped us. So we was able to renovate it, get it better. We actually increased our clientele. The quality of residents was coming in better because they saw a better facility, and we did the landscaping. Landscaping is very important, and we lighting. There's some we still know short a few things. We still got to work on a nice sign. That's one of the things we're working on now. We want something that's lit it up at night. So there's still more like work to do, but it definitely made our a room. We started getting calls and people started seeing us out there working, and many people from the community was coming in just trying to help. So it was really a blessing.
Okay, now, obviously, when you take over, sometimes when you take over an existing facility, it's worse than starting a brand new facility because you got to deal with the old facility reputation. Now you got to
Oh,
go out here and fight and try to get them to see, hey, it's a whole new sheriff in town now. The Mayflower is entirely different than what it used to be. Location might be the same. So tell me, you talk to me about, getting the attention of social workers and getting them to literally send you these residents to fill your house. You went from buying it at 5, licensed to 15, and now you're already at 14, and you did that very quickly. So you just one bed away from being totally full, and I know that'll happen very soon. So tell me, what is it that you did to get the word out there to let people know? And I guess the other question is that, a lot of people say, well, if I just go out here and build it, the people will come. We don't believe in that. You got to go out there and tell
no,
them. So talk to
you
the people.
I in the beginning, it's you're going to go through your roller coaster. I keep it real. There was one time in the first week or two of the month, you kind of say, man, because you have to get the rapport of the social workers. People buy you. They don't. I mean, they like your facility. You can have a great name, but you know what? They want your face. I kept showing my face around the hospital. I put the signs on the car on the van. I kept it simple. Got the uniforms on. Got the shirts on and just start smiling. Just start, how you doing? I'm with the Mayflower. How you doing? I'm with the Mayflower. How you doing? And all of a sudden, you start people start recognizing visibility. You start branding yourself in a short way of looking at it. You start building a brand, and all of a sudden, you get somebody gonna say, "I give you a try." And
Yep.
once you give someone give you that try, then you just consistently following up with that person and let your residents follow up with them with
Bingo.
pictures.
Yeah, see that
And
that
then
that's that premier concierge treatment because most facilities, once they get a resident in there, they don't actually let that resident follow up with people who sent them. They don't let that residents follow up with the family members. So you reaching out, and I think if I'm not mistaken, you're using that picture video stimulation. You take a picture, you take a video, you sending it to that social worker so they can see how happy their residence is, and then that motivates that social worker to bring you more residents, right?
absolutely, you hit it dead on the. I watch you use those models on the table, and you use models. I can't exactly have them like blocks. It looks so simple, almost like you look at a. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you're
Sorry
busy,
about
man.
that.
That's
Cut
your
my phone
15
off.
bed field right there. That's somebody calling to put somebody in your bed. Now you totally full.
Yeah, yeah, that phone. Matter of fact, I have to have two phones. You can see here. I got two of them here.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, well
and,
no,
and
you're busy. Right now you're busy.
yeah, because one I dedicate. That's a good point too. And even though that was something else, I have a phone designated for my social workers. I have a number that when I know that phone ring, it's coming from the VA hospital or it's coming from a social worker or a rehab place. I don't want to be on the
Right.
phone talking to my son or the grass, somebody else cutting the grass when I know there is a social worker or somebody coming in. I ain't got to beep in or nothing. So I make sure it's a small investment. I make sure that that number is designated for residents and putting people in or an appointment or something. It's primarily for the residents and the
Okay.
facility.
That's a very good idea. So what I'm hearing is because what normally happens is that we go through so much paperwork and administrative and management and hiring and training and stuff like that, we become owner managers. We become house managers because we're doing all this paperwork stuff, all the policy and procedures and everything. And the problem is that we go through all of that Then we get that opening. Now we're going to have this grand opening because now we're open, but we never put the marketing hat on. And so we wait until we are already open, and then now we try to put the marketing hat on. But now you kind of in trouble because you working from behind because you got a house, you got no beds filled, and you have staff that you got to pay. So now you got to really get out there and start marketing. So you believe that people should market pre-licensing and pre-ready. In other words, your place ain't totally ready yet, but you're gonna get out there and start telling these people who you are, where you at, what you have to offer. You believe you should do that way in advance, correct?
Oh, absolutely. You want to do that early as possible, way before your opening. I mean, there are things they allow you to do, like you taught us before. You say you can. There are certain things they allow you to license when you're going through the process. And you use all the right terminology when you're marketing, of course. Getting ready to open and all of that. But you want to do that early as possible. And also, you want to make sure you got staff. You get your staff involved. One of the things I do with my staff is say, hey, listen, you're part of marketing, and I try to fit my staff. And you're going to go through some staff too, but you find the one that with you, and the one that see the vision, and if they see the vision, they'll help you market. And because I always let my staff know that they're part of the equation of their salary. If my beds are full, they got their bonuses are coming. So, and if they see something like that, their eyes light up and say, hey, I'm a part of the bonus. If you get full, yo, yeah, well, let me pull it up. So give them a little incentive.
Yeah,
Um, you know, if we have a quarterly incentive, and um, and so if the beds are full, everybody happy. We didn't lose anybody. The budget is good. Keeping the bills right where we need to be, and break them off, man. Even if and don't give big ones, give small incentives. So take baby steps. So when they see you growing with the incentives, they're gonna be involved. Now you got a team of people with the same vision of getting people in. Everybody should be always marketing, talking, going to the grocery stores, talking to the people in the community, and so that really helps us a lot.
yeah, that's a very, very good point. That staff incentive, because we're all on the same team. Because if we don't have no people in the beds, nobody's going to be in business. Nobody's going to have a job. So we all need to help, and that's a very good point. So what I'm about to do now is that. So you believe that, and I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna keep you too long. You
No, you
believe
good.
that that pre-licensed marketing, be in compliance with your state, get your staff involved, get out there in the community, smile. I really like that point about that separate phone and a separate number so that when that baby ring, that ain't granddad, that ain't the grandbaby calling you to say hi. That's somebody that's looking to put somebody in your facility. So that's obviously priority. And in doing that, you're full. Now, I want to make sure that you emphasize to our listening audience that even though you at 14 and you're licensed for 15, when you get completely full, I want to ask you this question: do you stop marketing?
Oh, absolutely no. Oh no, not at all. You market even when you're full. One because see, you never know when somebody pass away. You never know when um, somebody get transferred or somebody the kid has to come take them out. Because building a brand is stays consistent. I mean, it's like looking at a billboard. It may take you, I don't know, 200 times to look at that billboard before you recognize that billboard is for me. And so when people are, you got Facebook, you got from shaking hands, you're always marketing because one of the things people want to see in the future, if somebody else is at your facility, there's something going on over there. That's you used to say something. I don't know exact words, but you said we not your typical this nursing home. We not your typical group home. We this is not the nursing home down the street. This is a place that people come and they enjoy their lives, the last end of their lives, and so you want them to see that. And when you have it full, people see something. Well, if they're over there, if everybody eating at that restaurant, the food must be good. So
Yeah,
if everybody comes to your facility, then something is going right. And then so the word gets out. And when the word gets out, then you get on autopilot. Autopilot doesn't mean you sit down. Autopilot means keep marketing, keep branding. And I'm going to
Gotcha.
get me cups just like you, shirts like you have, like that shirt you have. That's my next step. All of that is marketing.
Yeah,
And
that's that walking around with your own apparel on, promoting your business. Okay, so now,
your brand,
so you believe, let's teach. If you were standing in front of, say, 1,000 current ALF owners, and each one of them was struggling, and they had, license for 8, 10, or 12, and they had less than half a field, what message would you give them? And I want to make this point because the day to day activity is oftentimes get up, go to your facility, check on your residents, check on your staff, check on your paperwork, do all that stuff. And very few of them are literally taking advantage of that time and actually going marketing. So if I got 24 hours in my day, would you advise them to spend most of it in the facility sitting around, or would you advise them to get that 6x6 grid going, get out there and prospect those top 10 places? What would you give that advice to those 1,000 facility owners who are listening right now?
let me tell you basically what I do, and I don't know if others do this in other areas. I take a few out. Just look, every area has museums. You got restaurants. You got parks, state parks. Take a few people out. Take some photos. You don't have to take all 10, all 5, all 6, or whatever. But but bring a few out and then take some videos, short videos. How you like with it? If they see a four residents looking at rocks at a museum, or walking through a historical area antique, find out what your residents like, and then take a few. Next week you take another few. Next week, but when you put all those pictures together and you show your social workers, that's what we're doing over here. Their eyes gonna say, "Oh my God, y'all doing something." And let
Mm,
me tell you, you don't need a bunch of social workers. You only need one or two. You know,
bingo.
the average social worker has 14 people they have to try to get out their hospital.
Mm,
Then you got rehab places. So by the time you get, if you have three people calling you or four, you probably can't even handle it
yeah,
because you ain't got enough space to handle the call. I got two that keep me loaded, but you want everybody to know about you.
yeah,
But my point is that don't try to get the masses. You don't have to. You just need one or two people that believe in what you're doing, and they got to see something. They have to see something visual, not
yeah,
just you. We do this. We do this. We do. Show them a picture. Send them a email. Um,
yeah,
I'm sending you an email. I'm sending you a thank you with Mr. So and so, Mrs. So and so. You're sitting around drinking coffee. Other residents interacting with each other. It's very important.
yeah,
When they see that, Rob, and you taught. You know what? I got that out your teaching. You made us interact with each other at your training,
yeah,
and we sit around and we talked about how we're going. You know what? I picked that up. You see those little things you were doing. You may not say it, but it was there for me to build on, and that's what I use.
great. I appreciate that. So, all right, here's what I'm gonna do, buddy. I am introducing, and it actually launches like today, the 25th, a brand new training. I'm sort of kind of almost chilling. I'm not retired, but I'm kind of chilling out here in the undisclosed location somewhere in the world. I worked hard, I licensed it, I built it, and I sold it in 2020. But I get a lot of requests from existing owners like, hey, help us out. You're helping the newbies, you're helping those guys get theirs started. But what do you suggest that what kind of help can you give us since you ran yours for so long? And I said, well, what do you need? I always ask them, what kind of help do you need? And the answer is always more residents. How do I get more residents? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna come up out of chilling a little bit. I'm gonna get in my studio and I'm gonna talk about what I know. Because when I got licensed in 2016, 2015, 16, we were licensed for 8, and The moment we got licensed, 74 days later, baby, we was completely full. And the reason that came because of pre-licensed marketing, getting out there, telling people who I am, where I am, what I have to offer. So I went in the studio and I'm creating a brand new. I already created a brand new training. It's called, and I went straight to the point. I named it "Feel My House," and I'm speaking their language. I'm changing their mindset. I'm like, hey, get off the couch, get out of the house, get away from your residence, and get out there into the community and let people know who you are, where you at, what you have to offer. So I'm really working very hard to get these. I mean, I want my legacy to be bringing the newbies in and getting them up and running like you did. But I also want me reaching out to the veterans and helping my warriors who've been making it happen. So with that being said, Feel My House. It's about, I don't know, 30, 35 videos that are completely awesome. So because you were my guest today, I am literally going to give you totally free access to the brand new Feel My House course. I'm
Well,
sending it to your email as soon as we hang up.
let me say this here. I got Mayflower number two. It's getting ready to come up. Remember, I told you I was doing my home. Well, I just converted my three-car garage into a two-bedroom. I just got my wife to agree. We had a disagreement because she didn't want our house to
That,
do it. Now she
that's
saw how
that's
we settled this
that's
money.
the biggest
She
step
agreed
right
to
there.
take
You
half
got
of
your
the
wife.
house and make
You
that a
got
part
you
of
got your
Mayflower.
first recruit. You got your
So we
wife.
got got on, and so we're gonna need that because I'm going. I have a new location, Mayflower, to in another city, Pensacola, Florida, and that's gonna be our second location. We got to fill our house. So that product that you have is gonna come in handy with me with my experience. And let me say one thing. Listen, I know we all love residents, and I know we all love people. We all want to do good. It's not about the money. But let me just say this. Yes, it is about the money to some degree.
Yes, sir.
I, I want to do what you did. Eventually, we want to live our life by design,
Hmm.
and we want to relax and get to a point where I can do what you did and build, fill it up, and then release it. You have to have an exit strategy, and so I'm exiting out of my career. I've been a pharmacist for 38 years. I
Wow.
retired. I left the military. I started at 24 years old. I'm turning 62. I was told I had to retire at 67 years old. That is 5 years from now. I'm just turning 62. Now, since I started this, my CEO of the hospital saw my ad, and he said it looked like Austin is getting ready to retire very soon. Yeah, and he's right. I think within the next 6 to 8 months, I'll be hanging up my license as a registered pharmacist at the hospital, and I make a
Mm.
very, 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 very good salary. And so it's because one of the things I'm compensated very well during the assisted living, and number two, my heart and my passion is so deeply rooted in these
Yeah.
people that are here. So, and you helped me uh, feel what I wanted to do. My passion was to serve and help people, and you can't do nothing on this earth more than serving people in their last part of their lives. This is the best feeling you can ever
Yeah.
have. If it's not for you, don't do it. If it's just the money, but look, follow your purpose. Your money will follow you.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, man, listen, man, it's been an honor and a privilege to talk with you, man. I know you're busy. I'm excited, and so when I do finally come out of this undisclosed location someplace in the world, I'm going to swing by Gainesville, Florida, since you gave me a
Uh,
personal invitation. I'm gonna
I wish
commit
I
to
wish to
swinging
come
by
out.
Gainesville, check you out.
Listen, man, but save me a location too. So, because in about a few years, I might be just like you,
Yeah, I
undisclosed.
got you. I got you. My neighbor got her place up for sale, so I got you covered.
I need an undisclosed location one day. Sure, my day is coming. So I admire you. You're doing a great job, and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You're helping so many people across the country. And you know what? I look at it like this, Rob. There's so much. Look, you can't fill every house. There's so many. The need is so big.
Right.
It's so big. So there's enough room to help everybody get theirs and more. And it's still not enough. people to do what we're doing. So you're doing a great job,
Thank you,
and
bro.
I think I watch your videos. So I'm gonna tell my wife she's gonna get excited. I say, hey, we got the Fill My House program. So we really ready to fill our house in Pensacola. Have a good day, brother.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you. Check your email. I'm about to send a brand new course straight to your email box. Fill my house. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Assisted Living University. We've been talking to Austin Connor, all the way from Gainesville, Florida, who has a beautiful facility out there. And appreciate your time, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. Take care.
Take care, buddy.
Bye bye.